An apostle. What is an apostle? We don't have many apostles, I'll tell you that. In our customer base, there's not a lot, but I'll bet just about everybody has at least one. An apostle is a raving fan, a business advocate, somebody who is out there in the marketplace preaching the gospel for you. Incredible word of mouth. They're like an unpaid salesperson who is helping you. Now, you don't have to ask them for referrals. What do? They send it to you. How many of you have at least one apostle that you can identify just like this? One apostle. And what value would you put on apostles? Priceless. Priceless. You build apostles through your relationship skills. One-to-one, one at a time, a lot of attention, a lot of nurturing. Now I'm going to show you a strategy that you can create more apostles. Before I show you the strategy, let me ask you this. How many of you have a written plan, step-by-step action plan, on how you will increase the number of apostles that you have each and every year? You have it written down, and it's step-by-step action plan. Can I see your hands? All right. 2 people, which is 2 more than this morning. Because most audiences, I don't care how big the audience is, I rarely see a single hand go up. And the reason is, we know apostles are priceless. We love apostles. We wish we had more of them. And we just think that they happen. They either happen or they don't. You can create apostles. Now, I'm going to show you something, and I guarantee you that all the time and money you invested to be here tonight, this one idea will pay it back 1,000-fold. But you need to go back and do it. And herein is the big problem. Unfortunately, many of you will not. You'll say that's a great idea, and you'll go back and you'll get back into the routine of things, and you won't put this into play. By the way, you don't need many apostles to have a significant, sustainable impact in your marketplace. Significant, sustainable. How many apostles do you think you need? It's not a lot. How many? 12. There's a good number. I don't know what that number means. Has a good ring to it. 12 apostles. That's what I want you to shoot for. 12 apostles. Significant, sustainable impact. You only need 12. That's it. Now here's my plan for you. However many apostles you have today, let's say you have 3. Right? And by the way, you may think you have 3, but I bet many of you do not. A true apostle. I've been in business 30 years as a speaker. I probably don't have many more than 12, because it takes work. It takes work to build apostles, and it takes work to keep apostles. And many people don't want to put in the time and effort. But it pays back in immense dividends. And here's how simple this is. This is as simple as it gets. You ready for this? Here's how you create more apostles. Number 1, I want you to write down the names of all your apostles. And again, I'd be surprised if many of you had more than 4, 5, 6. 6, I would be shocked. Real apostles. I'm not talking about good customers. I'm talking about apostles. People are out there just preaching the gospel for you. Number 2, I want you to look at the names of those apostles that you write down, and then I want you to write out a list of things that you do with those apostles that you might not do with your other customers, or things you do with those apostles that you do with other customers, but you do more of it and you do it better with your apostles. Now, what do you think that might be? Now, I want to show you how this works, because there's a little catch here. So those of you who have apostles, if you were going to write one thing down that you do with your apostles that you might not do with any of your other customers, or you do it better or more with your apostles than you do your other, what would that be? What would you write down on that list? Anybody? Communicate. All right, now, I was hoping I'd get something like that. All right? Here's why I asked for this, because I knew I'd get something general. I communicate with them. All right? Now, that's important, but watch what we're going to do here. I want somebody looking at this list. Another person in your company looks at this list and they say, I communicate with them. What would they do? What does that mean, I communicate with them? Is that open to interpretation? How do I communicate? How often do I communicate? What mode of communication do I use? Now, so let's get specific. I'm looking for something that I write down that somebody else could look at for the very first time and say, I know exactly what to do. It's spelled out right there. So let's go back to I communicate with them. Give me a specific.
Family.
So you get involved with them in family-related activities? Okay. Now that's so what he's saying is with apostles, he actually gets involved in family-related activities with the apostles. So if it's a child's graduation, if it's a birthday, it's an anniversary, you may celebrate it with them. So they're probably also friends too, aren't they? There's a social aspect here. Right, so I could write that down and somebody can say, oh, all right, now I know that with apostles I am doing specific social things that celebrate events in the lives of those people, whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, whatever. Okay, that is what I'm looking for. Give me another one. Yes?
After they give me a referral, I call them and let them in all the positives of that.
Okay, so
Whether they ask me to or not.
okay, so what she's saying is after they give her a referral, she calls them back and gives them the lowdown on everything that happened, positive, negative, results, success, failure. Okay, now, I'm going to say that that is something you should do with everybody, not just your apostles. You should do that with everybody, because you're going to get a lot more referrals that way. But, okay, but it is something that is very specific, and I thank you for it. Anything else? One more, ladies and gentlemen, all the way up there.
Take them to seminars.
You take them to seminars. Do you have one with you? All right. Are you an apostle? Take them to seminars, educational activities. All right, so these are the types of things that I want you to write down there. As many as possible. Now here's the last step. Last step. I have my apostles. I have what I do with them in as much specificity as possible. And then third and final, I want to write out a list of current customers that you can turn into apostles. Now, here's the catch. However many apostles you have written down, let's say you've written down 4, I want you to write down twice as many customers, like 8. If you have 5 apostles, you're going to write 10. If you have 3 apostles, you're going to write 6. I do not want you to get carried away and write down 20 if you have 3 apostles. It's going to fail. It's going to overwhelm you. All I'm asking you to do is however many apostles you write down, put down twice as many current customers, good customers, who, if nurtured the right way, can be converted to apostles. So, with the names of these customers, what are you going to do with them? You're going to do more of the stuff up there. The things that you do with your current apostles, you're now going to do with these targeted good customers who you want to convert to apostles. And here's what I'm telling you. You will convert, guaranteed, half of them. So in the next 2 to 3 years, if you do this, each and every year, you'll double the number of apostles that you have. If you start with 3 in 2 years, guess how many you'll have? 12. 3 years, you start with 2, you're going to have more than 12. You'll have 16. But that is a specific plan. And by the way, this should all be done on a single sheet of paper. You put it in a page protector, and you have it where you see it.